Hey everybody, welcome back to Ryan Makes Sense. Today we're going to be looking at ticker symbol VRA. This is Vera Bradley Inc. I believe this is footwear, shoe. I think it's mainly shoes. Um, let's just take a little peek at the website. Oh, Disney. Okay. Travel, backpacks, patterns and fabrics, home, apparel, pre-loved. I'm guessing that's used. Okay. Let's look at home, like home goods, home items, decorations. We're gonna find out. It definitely sounds like Vera Bradley has evolved from shoes to several other, unless home is like the home page. Is this the home page? It is not. Outdoor, kitchen and dining. All right, drinkware. So they have expanded. Interesting. So good for them. I'm excited to see their margins. I wonder how that's going. So, they do have earnings tomorrow. Nice move from last earnings from $6 to 8.16. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna run a calculation to see if this $8 price is overvalued or undervalued, or if it's just perfect. We're going to see what institutions and hedge funds are doing. We're going to look at the balance sheet. We're going to look at technical indicators. We're going to be drawing some lines and yeah, look for bull and bear case price targets. So let's look at the bigger picture because that is what we always do. All right, this is in a beautiful long-term accumulation consolidation. If you have a long-term vision, slowly adding here. Probably for the last couple years. I know I've looked at this one several times, and I think I have it charted here. Let's see, VRA. Definitely have it charted, so we'll take a look at this one in a moment. But okay, let's look at technical indicators. Strength is with the bulls. Momentum is about to reverse on the monthly. However, we do see this tick down here. Whether we do want to see it ticking up. So if we do have strong earnings, this tick down could tick up pretty quick and pretty fast. Money flow looks like when I say we, I'm representing the stock. I don't own the stock. Went from the bottom of the barrel, came up, and now we're taking a breather. It looks like it's hard to tell if it's gonna U up or go down. Relative momentum indicator, again, it's rising and it's kind of notched up here. So again, it kind of favors the momentum, the MACD here. Moving average convergence divergence, that's MACD. I think overall, this is with the bulls. Um, we're going to look and run the numbers and see if the stock deserves to be again at $8 or if it should be higher or lower. Sales 495 million back in 2020. Now trailing 12 months we're project 470 so far. Shares outstanding, this is good. That when it's going down like this, it just means that there's natural and organic accumulation of the shares by retail, hedge funds, institutions, etc. Earnings per share here is kind of scary. I don't know if 2023 is when they decided to branch out and become an everything kind of store, but um, we do want to see this 2024 EPS rise. Um, okay, looking at financial data points, forward PE that shows that this stock is cheap in the future. Right now, it is overvalued. We want to see the PE at 15, 12, 15. Like the forward PE is at 11.66, so that's good. What this basically means is if the company continues at the current trajectory with their sales, margins, revenues, income, etc., they're going to be cheap in the future. So for EPS this year, 6%, next year, 20%. Over the past 5 years, EPS has been negative 15%, and that could be greatly impacted by this outlier here. Um, Sales over the past 5 years, 3%. So again, really turning the corner possibly. The 470 here is again trailing for this year. So we still have another half of the year to go. Um, Earnings per year trailing 12 months, 113%. So I'm kind of getting the vibe that this stock is turning around. Gross margin is 53%. So every $100 they spend, they're getting $153.85 back. They are profitable barely. Shares float is 22 million shares, very volatile stock, meaning over the last 12 months, the stock's up 71%. If you've been a long-term holder, again, accumulating during this downtrend, you are looking fan-freaking-tastic. So far this year, it's only up 6% though. But if you've been accumulating, you'll take that for the next couple years. That's fine. Okay. Other items, quick ratios of 1/1, which is great. If they were to close their doors tomorrow, they could pay off any other debts, notes, liabilities, etc. It does look like institutions are getting rid of stock. Insiders barely sold, which could be for options, stock options. So we're gonna open up, we're gonna let this load, VRA. This is what institutions and hedge funds are doing today. This data here by Finviz is old, so we're gonna get a snapshot of looking at it what it is today. And again, I'm recording this on the 12th of June, and earnings are, I'm sorry, I'm recording this on the 1st. So about 10 days from now, 11 days, whatever. So again, running my calculation, we do have 7,800,000, everything's in millions, so I'm just gonna do shorthand. 7,840,000 plus 470,790,000. And I do include market cap if it's over 1 billion. This is not over 1 billion, so we're not going to include it. We're going to go down and account for the cash and the debt. Quarterly balance sheet. And their cash is the highest it's ever been, well, going back to April of 2022. So not ever, but so plus 77,300,000. Total debt, long-term debt, minus 62,550,000. Okay. And then let's look at total assets, 404 million, total liabilities, 144 million. That is absolutely gorgeous. Assets dwarf liabilities, almost 3 to 1, maybe 2.75, where for every asset or for every liability, there's 2.8 assets, which is good. Okay, so here's the selling. Mary Lou sold 33,000 shares at 751 for 250,000. No real red flags. We don't know why Mary Lou did that. Was it scheduled? Again, we're not seeing Mary Lou buying and selling the stock like a swing trader. We're not seeing the CEO do that. So again, no real concerns there. And we're going to take this and divide it by our 22,580,000. So this is a $21 stock trading at $8. So what that tells me is there is substantial upside, but we need to be aware of the momentum and the trend. And it really looks like the momentum might be turning around. But also what I do want to note here, and just to call out to everyone who's watching, every time the stock has touched this upper Bollinger Band, this purple line, it has retreated. So right here, 2014 touched it, retreated, skirted down, touched the bottom here, came back up, tried to reach it, skirted back down to the bottom, came up, touched up here a few times, skirted down, came back to the lower Bollinger Band, again, touched the upper, came back down, touched the upper, and right here we do see, and this is PSAR, parabolic, forget the term of it. It is an indicator I have here, these purple and the blue basically representing the momentum of the stock. It looks like we are still in the purple, which means potential downside. However, my calculation makes, and this move here makes me believe if there are strong earnings, this could be more of an upside move. And let's see what they had for earnings earlier this year. Returns to profitability, snapshot, the fourth quarter results. So what I want to see here is what they are guiding for 2024. And if it is positive and higher than year over year last year, I think we continue to move higher. But it's just stay tuned. Let's see. Okay. Again, I'm looking for guidance. Forward-looking guidance. Okay. Gross profit percentage. Wow. So they're expecting 480 million this year. 460 to 480. That's less than 2023. So that's less than 2023. So a couple things. We need a beat. When I say we, I mean the stock. I don't have any ownership in this. The stock needs a beat here. 480. They need 120 million. And I'm just gonna go down here and check for. So they had 133 million in Q1. That's already over expected. So if we do, but Q1 is actually historically strong. Again, Q1, 147 down to 94. Oof. And then it improves in Q3, and then it goes down in Q4. So, okay. Okay. So let's say 133 plus 360. So they could do 493 million. And I did the 133 here plus the 120, the 120, and the 120 for Qs 2, 3, 4. So they need some strong data. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but it would be a good time for this stock to consolidate. I mean, it's been literally consolidating in this doom downward loop for a while. I really like this one because my calculation says there's a lot of upside. Analysts have this target at 950, $14, $17, $17. Again, these go back to 2019, so let's not even listen to them. But I know a lot of institutions, people use a similar method as mine. I'm going to say this is old data, 63% ownership. I'm going to say this is probably 70 to 80% here. So remember 63, that's old data. New data is 73, only 10%. So institutions have been adding, but not as much as I thought. I mean, this speaks volumes. This is the highest we've seen since December of 2022 in terms of institutional ownership right here. Let's see what the big boys and girls are doing. BlackRock added over 1 million shares. Dimensional Fund reduced about 400,000 shares. Fund One invested or increased, I'm sorry, about 200,000 some shares. So a little bit of a mixed bag, but overall, right here, I mean, this is pretty telling. So this is something I could see myself slowly dollar cost averaging into. Looking at potential price targets. Let's see. I'm just going to have to do some drawings really quick. Okay, so we're still in this like downward consolidating move for a while. Um, but I mean, it's really starting to level out. I mean, look at the angle we were at here, the angle here, and then the angle here. I think I mean, I don't want to say I hope. I think we come back. I don't think we're gonna go down to two, but let's just let's look at some potential consolidating moves here. Um, so we have some pretty strong, I mean, I guess I would call these micro channels, micro lines on the bigger grand scheme of things. Um, so to the upside, I think if Vera Bradley presents earnings and they are really on the precipice of turning everything around, we get to $9.53 on the upside. I'm just going to note this down really quick. VRA 953 to the that's down on the upside. Or I'm sorry, that's on the upside. And then if it does come back down, I think we see a test here at $7 and possibly 612. Okay. And again, I think it's just going to consolidate sideways before it starts a really beautiful reversal long term. And then just for fun, I do want to open this on the yearly. I mean, yeah, it could be as of now starting to flip around. And let's look at here, load study. And what I'm going to see here is what the momentum looks like. And if our parabolic PSAR has flipped and is showing us a buy. Don't forget to drink water. I don't know why this is taking so long. Here we go. Stochastic. Why was I saying parabolic PSAR? So it's a stochastic. All right, it's slowly loading. Let's let that do its thing. Oh, well, here we go. This is exactly what I was looking for. So the reversal has, apologies, the reversal has flipped here, in my opinion. Again, if you've got years to add this one, I think this is a good looking stock. So we just to summarize, we looked at potential bear and bull targets for prices, stock price. Institutions and hedge funds have added 10% more. Um, the technical indicators are in favor of the bulls. However, if earnings are bad, we could see a little bit more consolidation, which I think would be healthy. The company Vera Bradley has expanded from shoes to now being kind of like an everything kind of store. Um, and margins over 50%, which is high. It's indicative of high growth. So that's all I've got for you. If you're in Vera Bradley, good luck. I'm jealous if you've been adding over the last 4 years. If you made this far, consider subscribing. Excuse me. Have a good one.